Hey guys, what's up? So we all know that assassins greatly impact the outcome of the game. They have high damage output, which enables them to kill a hero or two in just a split second. So in this video, I will share with you guys my top 5 recommended assassins for easier ranking up this season 26. These are the assassins that are highly useful in this current meta. They can easily burst down an enemy and at the same time have enough mobility to retreat safely after a kill. These ones are also not that complicated. Once you get the hang of how they're used, you'll surely be effective in the game. Now let's start with our Swordsman cyborg, Saber. So just like a typical assassin, Saber can easily burst down an enemy hero. He's usually a killer in the shadows that always waits for the right moment. And he can prove quite effective if he can kill the enemy's major damage dealers. So marksmen, assassins, and mages are his primary targets. He can also be a situational pick that can counter annoying high mobility heroes, such as Fanny, Ling, and Lancelot to name some. Keep in mind that Saber is squishy, so stay away from the center of the team fight. Next on my list is the Magician Harley. Harley's playstyle is pretty similar to Saber's, and they're both good at bursting heroes. His skill set literally puts the hit and run phrase into action. Harley is a beginner-friendly hero, and his combo isn't that complicated compared to other assassins. You simply blink in, cast your ultimate, throw your cards, and then blink out. If you've dealt enough damage, the enemies are as good as dead. So if you're a new player and want to rank up fast with an assassin, you can start with Harley. On the other hand, even though he's pretty easy to use, Harley is not the kind of assassin that is a good pick in every game. I would only recommend you to pick him if most of the enemies are squishies, or if they have few mobility skills. Tanky and high mobility heroes can easily counter him, so you might want to pick other heroes when that happens. Next on my list is the newly revamped Goshen. Similar to the others, Goshen can also burst down an enemy fast. But unlike the first two I've mentioned earlier, Goshen isn't a beginner-friendly hero. You'd really need some time to practice before you can truly play him in his full potential. He's a balanced hero that has stood in every season that comes. He is also good all throughout the game, may it be early, middle, or late game. His effectivity is highly dependent on the player and his playstyle, and not on the skill effects. So you won't see him getting out of meta when there are slight changes in his skills. Also, there are varieties on how you'll execute Goshen's skill combos. This means you'd have other ways to kill enemies instead of a hit-and-run style. Last thing I'm fond of Goshen is, he's a great pick regardless of the enemy lineup. I can say that he's the kind of hero that has minimal counters in the game. So, if I could recommend a slightly complicated assassin for ranking up, I'm going for Goshen. Next on my list is Hellcard. One thing assassins have in common is the ability to burst down squishy enemies, right? Well, with this assassin, squishy ones aren't the only ones he can burst down. He can surprisingly melt down tanky enemies' HP as well. If you're unable to kill the enemy with his burst, he can still get the job done with his fast attack speed, movement speed, and decent damage. Aside from that, I like how fast this guy kills jungle creeps. Out of all the jungler assassins I've used, this guy is probably one of the quickest ones to kill a creep. Not to mention his unique silent CC. With this one, you can prove a challenge even when against other assassins. If you're fast enough, you can burst them down even if they have dash or blink skills. So if you want to rank up fast and there's a lot of tanky ones in the enemy's lineup, you could try to put Hellcard on your list of picks. Now, last but not the least is the runner, Zilong. Yeah, I know Zilong is mainly a fighter, but he has a subclass of an assassin, so I guess this will do. Anyway, you can also rank up fast with Zilong, though not with garnering kills, but with constantly pushing towers. One common thing I've noticed about Zilong players is that they always tower hug and stay away from early team fights as much as possible. You'll usually find them with either sprint or arrival battle spells. And all they do at early game is to find an opportunity to push lanes where there are no enemies. And there's no point fighting them because they'll just simply run away when you do. It may look lame, but this way of strategy for Zilong is also a good one. It can disrupt the enemies while they're having team fights and they see Zilong pushing one of the other lanes. And I'm pretty sure you guys experienced losing because of Zilong's pushing, haven't you? Also, though Zilong may be useless at early game, he can be quite useful once he gathers enough items. If you're able to kill their damage dealer during clash at late game, then you've already done a great job. Now, those are the reasons why I think Zilong is a good pick for easier rank up. So these are the 5 assassins that I recommend. I think these ones are the most useful assassins for easier ranking up with the current meta in this new season. But then again, that's just me. But what about you guys? What can you say about these assassins? Can you share 5 of your recommended assassins as well? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. That's all for this video. Stay safe and thank you for watching.